So once we did that, now we're going to throw in both fractional exponents and negative exponents. Keep in mind that if the exponent is negative, you end up having to do the reciprocal of the base. So this first one here just has a fraction, has a positive exponent. So I'm going to do it just like I did the previous ones. I'm going to have the square root of 1/9 to the third power. Square root of 1/9. Think about the square root of 9. The square root of 9 is 3, so the square root of 1/9 is 1/3. I'm then going to take 1/3 to the third power. I should really probably put parentheses around those just because it's a fraction. 1/3 to the third power. Well, 1 to any power always stays 1. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times how many ever ones you want to do is 1. The 3 to the third power, 3 to the third power is 27. So again, if I were checking that with my calculator, I'm going to put parentheses around any of the fractions, even though on here it doesn't show parentheses around that exponent, but the calculator needs it. So I would do 1/9 to the 3/2 power. In parentheses, 1/9 parentheses to the, in parentheses, 3/2 power equals, I got to get it typed in right yet. There we go. And I would get 1/27 on my calculator. Now on this one has a negative exponent. If you have a negative exponent, you do the reciprocal of the base to make your exponent positive. So in this case, I'm going to rewrite this as 1/32. The reciprocal of 32 is 1/32 to the positive 4/5 power. Now that my exponent is positive, I can do my problem. So I'm going to do the 5th root of 1/32, raise it to the 4th power. So I think about the 5th root of 32. Well, on those previous problems, we did 2 to the 5th power. 2 to the 5th power was 32. So the 5th root of 1/32 is 1/2, 1/2. I'm then going to raise it to the 4th power. Again, on those previous problems, we did 2 to the 4th power. 2 to the 4th power was 16. So I'm going to get 1/16. So 32 to the negative 4/5 should be 1/16. 32 caret, in parentheses, negative 4 fraction 5ths power. I get a decimal on my calculator. I get 0.0625. But if I hit shift and the fraction button, change my decimal to a fraction, oh, now it shows up as 1/16. Yep, I did it right. So, again, do it on your paper. Check it with your calculator. I'm not going to do any more checking. I'm just going to work them out. Here again, I look at this and say, oh, my exponent is negative. I've got to do the reciprocal of 81. 1/81 to the positive 3/4 power then. I'm then going to do the 4th root of 1/81, and I've got to cube that answer. 4th root of 1/81. Well, we did 2 to the 4th. That was 16. What was 3 to the 4th? 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3. Oh, there's my 81. The 4th root of 81 is 3. So the 4th root of 1/81 is 1/3. I then have to raise that to the 3rd power. 1 cubed is 1. 3. 3 times 3 times 3. 3 cubed is 27. So I get 1/27. The second part of this, again, this has a negative exponent. Since my exponent is negative, I've got to do the reciprocal of my base. The reciprocal of 1/32 is 32/1, or just 32. So I'm going to do 32 to the 3/5 power. So I have to do the 5th root of 32 cubed. The 5th root of 32. 2 to the 5th was 32, so the 5th root of 32 is 2. Then I'm going to do 2 cubed. 2 times 2 times 2. 8. So 1 over 32 to the negative 3/5 power should be 8. Number 15 is the last one on here. Again, if we look at that, the first one has a negative exponent. Since my exponent is negative, I've got to do the reciprocal. 1 over 32 to the 3/5 power then. I'm then going to do the 5th root of 1 over 32 and cube my answer. The 5th root of 1 over 32, 5th root of 32, hopefully you know by now, is 2. So the 5th root of 1 over 32 is 1/2. 1/2 cubed. 1 cubed is 1. 2 cubed is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. This one, we have 1/9 to the 3/2 power. I don't have a negative exponent, so I'm just going to do the problem. I'm going to do the square root of 1/9 cubed. And again, you don't really need the 2 for the square root, but just to remind you where those numbers came from, the denominator is always your index here. The square root of 1/9, well, the square root of 9 is 3, so the square root of 1/9 is 1/3. I then have to cube 1/3. 1 cubed is 1, 3 cubed, 27. So 1/9 to the 3/2 power is 1 over 27. All right, that is the end of homework day 36.